So the best way to gain control of the most intelligent, powerful species on the planet will be to completely divide them from the love within themselves. As soon as they were old enough to begin creating an understanding of who they are, force them into a system that teaches them that it is wrong to be yourself if yourself is different from what is accepted as normal. Now confuse them about their own biological makeup so they think that permanently altering their body is the answer to happiness. Require their daily attendance at an institution that makes them focus only on the information that is provided, to make them remember what was taught to them, not critical thinkers. Make them attend that institution from age 5 until adult and repeatedly test them on the information so that it becomes the truth. Give them an explanation to every and error thing so they will never have a chance to make their own assumptions of the world. Scold them and humiliate them if they suggest an option that opposes that of their authorities. Keep reminding them of how cruel their ancestors were to each other in the past and broadcast how cruel they are to each other in the present. Only show them tragedies on the news so they can live in fake expectations of being rich, so they can live in fear, understand me, and think the worst of one another. Convince them that their species used to be that of an incognizant wild animal. Make them think that their very existence is so incredibly random that they lack purpose and struggle to make sense of a creator. Tell them that their kindness is as smart as they ever been, so they do not question the integrity of the system that they're currently in. Provide them idols with artificial beauty and use them as examples of what is to look perfect, so they are never content with their own appearance and cannot help but to compare themselves amongst each other. Create addictive digital platforms that rank them by numbers so they can base their self-worth off of the amount of followers they have and are never satisfied. Build society around them in which those who have money benefit and those who don't, they fail. Make money their main focus, but make it so difficult to accumulate that money that they remain in a place of constant struggle, forced to dedicate the majority of their time to a system that made it this way. Tax them in every era way possible, but tell them that it's for their own benefit, so they don't think twice about paying it. Take so much of their time and energy throughout the week, but give them 2 days to themselves so they feel a sense of reward and don't fight back. Promote the consumption of poison in every social setting so that even on those 2 days they remain disconnected from themselves and each other. Pump their food with excess sugars and addictive chemicals that make it cheap, advertised, and easily accessible so that they never stop consuming. And when the food makes them ill, prescribe them medication that only masks symptoms, so that they become dependent on it every day. Charge them so much money for health care, so they stay in a constant loop of consuming, medicating, and working. Cause chaos amongst them and blame it on a group of their own so that they form judgment, right? Judgment, AI stereotypes, turn them against each other in so many ways so that even if they were to connect on one, they still be divided by another. A few minutes after you are born, before you can speak, before you can think, before you can even understand what existence means, decisions are already made for you. A name is given. A religion is assigned. A nation is stamped on your identity. And just like that, voila! Just like that, you're introduced to labels that you did not choose. Labels you did not question. Labels you did not examine. Labels you simply inherited. Now here's where it gets interesting. Stay with me. No, don't go. But wait, there's more. You grow up, you learn, you adapt, you absorb every and everything around you. And over time, those same labels begin to feel like you. Not something given to you, but something you must defend. So you protect them. You argue for them. You identify with them so deeply, so profoundly, that questioning them feels like questioning yourself. But pause a moment. Understand me? Pause a moment. How do you spend a lifetime defending something you never consciously chose? Think about that. Because what starts as inheritance gradually becomes identity. What becomes identity rarely is questioned. Even if it creates division, even if it limits understanding, even if it contributes to the very chaos we claim to want to escape. This is where the deeper issue lies. Foundation. Because every and everything you build in life, your beliefs, your perspective, your decision, rests on what you started with. You dig? And if that foundation was never examined, never challenged, never truly understood, then how solid is it? Because that faulty foundation, no matter how strong it looks on the surface, can never produce lasting fruit. It may hold for a while. It may appear stable. It may even feel right. But over time, cracks begin to show. Conflicts arise. Division grows. Chaos increases instead of diminishing. Not because humanity lacks intelligence, but because we keep building on structures we never took time to question. So the cycle continues. People defending labels, fighting over identities, protecting ideals that they never truly chose. And while believing they are standing for truth, when in reality they are simply be standing in inheritance. And until we become aware of this, until we begin to question not just what we believe, but why we believe it, the pattern will remain. Because you cannot build a better world on a foundation you are afraid to examine. So maybe the real question is not who you are, right? Who are you? That's not the real question, but rather how much of who you are was actually chosen by you. Because awareness is where every and error thing begins. And without it, we keep mistaking identity for truth, for inheritance, for understanding. Right? Right? It's real. It is so real that you continue to unlearn, relearn, and learn. Continue to evolve. Peace.